So now we want to. All right, live stream. Come here.
I haven't decided on colors.
Live on Facebook. Continue as Rochelle. All right.
So Rochelle, will be able to use Lotus as a drop-off point for the fair again?
Jan,
Yes.
did you talk to Shelly? What did she
Yes.
say?
Yes, we have that approval.
Okay, so then we'll
Okay.
make that announcement today too, Marlene.
Okay. And the fair said that we can set the display case up on the 18th, so I'm gonna make a cutoff of 15th, so I have time to make name tags and figure out how I gotta print them and whatever.
Perfect.
What are the crutches in the background? Marlene,
Oh,
are they yours?
no, they're
Oh.
for him to go
Okay,
up and
we're
down
about
the
to go
stairs
live, you
easier.
guys.
I thought you had a.
And Beth
but
is
you
in the
didn't have an
waiting
injury.
room.
No.
Okay, everybody else needs to mute.
How do I mute? I'm on a different computer.
Lower left side, Barb.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Upper Midwest Bead Society. This is Let's Bead Live. I'm so happy to have everyone here today at our new time, 11 a.m. Central. This way you can bead with us in the morning and join everybody else the rest of your day. And so we're so excited to tell you about some of our upcoming events. So we have our president, Jan Carlson, here to tell you all about what we got going on for our board.
So we're looking for board members and committee members. So it's really fun to work with this group of people. So consider volunteering for a committee or the board. We can sort out based on your interests. And I think Marlene's going to talk about the Mid-State Fair and volunteers. And Marlene, you need to unmute.
Okay, they decided now that we are going to have the display case. So we have until the 15th of August to assemble the pieces that are going to be on display. They got permission to have a drop-off point at Lotus Beads at the Mall of America. And so I will be picking them up on the 15th. So I have time to make name tags because we will be setting the display case up on the 18th. And so if you want your piece displayed in the display case, it will not be judged. It'll just be on display. They have secured the doors, so it's safe now, supposedly. And so if you want your piece on display for everyone that goes through the creative activity building, please get it to the Mall of America by the 15th. And it'll be on display for everyone to see that goes through that building.
Can we also bring it to the meeting?
And you can bring it to the August 4th meeting at the Senior Center in Edina too. I will be there.
Thank
So
you.
please bring them and get them to either the Edina Senior Center or the Mall of America so we can get a nice display case again.
Yeah, we would love to have, because this is the beginning of our year of our Grand Connection. So that's what I'm proposing that it be called, because we want to connect through beads, bead by bead, link by link, connecting together through beading. And if you want to ring the whole case, maybe Beth has finished. How many feet of piece chain have you finished, Beth? You need to unmute so we can hear you. Because I know you've been working like crazy, Beth. And so the mute should be in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. And otherwise you could just say 20 feet. Can't quite. 30
30
feet. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that is
wow.
so cool. Well, the
Well, we
display
could maybe
case,
string it around the around the
that
corners
would
of
be
the
so
display
cool.
case.
But she's got another month. You never know how
Oh,
far
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it'll be, So, looking forward to it. And then we'll also have information all about their cat is building flyers so that you can just click the QR codes to go to UMBS page and Lotus Beads page. So then you'll be able to find out information about the peace chain and the Grand Connection and how you can be a part of it. And so we're so darn excited. So
Say,
that
Marlene, do you still need volunteers for the state fair?
Yes, I was gonna bring that up too. I only have me sitting there from 5 to 8 on Wednesday afternoon, evening. She stressed that we need to stay there till 8 o'clock, so there's no ducking out early again. And so I can't get anybody to sit there, so I guess I'll be there from 5 to
But
8.
let me even ask maybe some of the people at Lotus Beads, don't work on Wednesday. Maybe some of these youngsters could
Oh,
stay
yeah.
out late.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I'll
and then
talk to Corey to see if maybe I want to help you guys so much and I always have and I'm just praying that I'll be able to.
well, we hope you feel better. So, we'll just keep an ear and we'll contact Marlene, whoever then wants to help. So we'll pass
Okay.
the word.
Feeding
I've
is the
got
one
all
that's
my other,
having,
I've got all my other time slots pretty well filled. It's just the 5 to 8 that I don't have anybody else to sit
And
there.
what about the Anoka County Fair? Aren't you going to be there too here like next week?
I'm gonna be in Ohio, but Becky Pancake, Roberta Sorens, or Roberta Hackala, and, my brain went blank. Julie Fletcher are gonna be there. They have cards to hand out. I'm gonna get the banner to Roberta to take over there. They'll be there Thursday from, I believe, 1 to 3.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Super. So if you're
Hopefully
at
they'll
the
get a
Anoka
few more
County
people to
Fair,
talk to. Because when we were there last year, we were there early in the morning or about noon and it was really dead. So hopefully on a Thursday from 1 to 3, maybe there'll be more people going through that building that they can talk to.
absolutely.
Keeping my fingers crossed.
So there's lots of fun going on.
Yes.
But we do have for all the members, we have our upcoming August meeting, and that's on August 4th. And this is also in person and on Zoom. So all of our meetings will be in person and Zooming for the rest of the year on our Monday night member meeting. So we'll have open meeting starting at 4 p.m. at Edina, and then show and tell virtual and in person at 6 p.m. and then the meeting will start at 6:30. And we have Julia Lynn Powell speaking all about color choices, the new version of the color wheel, how to work with color. And so it's going to be riveting for all of those people that love to design with color like I do. There are so many new perspectives out there on how to help you build the right color palettes and work together with it all. And so she works with every kind of, from sculpture to dimensional beadwork. So you'll really love to hear all about, what she does. And so then on August 9th, we are going to have our commemorative again for the Day of Peace in Japan. This is the 80th year since the bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. And the Day of Peace is on August 6th. So we will be doing a show with Toho on August 5th. I will be. And then we'll be having a bead along for our Let's Bead Live on August 9th so that we can talk more about our Grand Connection, building peace chains, how you can get everybody around the globe to help us build 1 mile of peace chain. So that we can have our Grand Connection next year. So that'll be our Let's Be Live for August 9th. We'll be, Hannah and I will be doing all about our Grand Connection. So we're super excited for that. And then other than that, we are so excited. Are there any other announcements? I think we got it covered. And so we are our star of our show today. Oh my gosh, we are so excited to have Lisa Dooley And she is one of our favorite members. And you
Thank
know
you.
her best by all of her fun component work, her sparkly work, working with all these multiple beads. So I just can't wait for the project she's going to give us today. And so take it away, Lisa.
Okay. My name is Lisa, if you don't know me, and I'm from Lisa's Bead Designs. Just one quick update. I'm no longer on Etsy. I moved to Square. And right now since June, I've been in like middle of June. I've been in the process of trying to update pictures and get my Square shop up and going and trying to figure out all the little glitches and all of that, which is challenging for a non-techie. So anyways, I promise you by the end of this month, I'm hoping that I'll have most of my listings up to date and ready to go live. And when by the end of the month, I will put my new Square URL address up on our UMBS page. So, and then I might have a discount or something fun going on. So I'm sorry about the inconvenience of that. It's just something that happened and something I'm trying to work through. So I don't have the shop link right now, but like I said, I'll post that on the webpage at the end of this month. So today we are talking about the Endless Glimmer earrings. I know that Rita had said that the cover page was not included in the pattern, so I apologize for that. I did send Rochelle the cover page for it, so she might get that posted after class, or Hannah or somebody will. Anyways, so the supplies that you need are two 12mm Rivoli crystals, 16 to 20 Preciosa 3mm bicone crystals, and they could be Swarovski too. And then the fixer beads with the vertical holes, about 2 grams of Toho or Mayuki seed beads. And then for these earrings, I can show you. Let me just, I'll show you the colors. One moment. Let me just adjust that. There we go. Okay, so these are the colors of the kits. I have this, that, and this white one. So this is what we're going to be making today. And as you can see on the back of this little symbol bead is called a K-Leftico. And if you don't have those, you could just use seed beads to make a loop, or you can use a wire guard or something. But I just think it adds a nice finishing touch to the earring. There we go. So I use those. So, and then you need Fireline or Toho 1G thread if you'd like. I like to use the Fireline because Fireline is better with the crystals. So what are fixer beads? So we have the fixer beads that we're going to use today to make the earrings is the ones with the vertical holes. And there you go. So you can see the 4 holes there. Let me get a pointer, something here. Okay. So you can see with the 4 holes on there. Those are with the vertical holes. And these are with the horizontal holes. So so you could see these holes go this way with the horizontal beads. And I was just playing around with the horizontal fixer beads, and I made that design. And I use them around a 27mm Swarovski crystal, Rivoli, and then use those on the sides. So you can make that. And the vertical holes, I was trying to experiment with those, and I actually found some beautiful Labradorite briolets at Lotus Beads. And so I made these earrings
Oh.
out of those.
Mm.
So you can really do a lot with them. You can use them on different stones too. Like this is a bracelet
Mm.
that I made. And with this piece, I used the middle stone is an oval crystal. Whoops. There. That's the oval. And then I used a cushion cut also with that. And then in the center, I used around, oh, there we go, around Rivoli. And you could see that. So this is the cushion cut right here. That is the oval stone crystal that I used there. And then this is the Rivoli 14 millimeter.
Mm.
So you could use various sizes of crystals that you want with these. You could even use stones like I did with these earrings using the Labradorite stone. The only thing that you are going to be limited with is on the back of these fixer beads, you can see that there is this groove
Wow.
here. And that groove, it is what's going to go against the edge of your crystal right there. And you want it to be nice and flat like that. You see how that fits in there? So that works well, but let's see, I have this blue cushion cut crystal. And as you can see, the edge is a little bit thicker. And so this will not lie flat in there. You can see how it's too big. And so that's the only thing you have to be careful of. Same with the briolets. You could see on this one, it's a little bit thicker. So when I put this on there, it doesn't want to lay nice and flat. Oops, there we go. And then, so I got this one, which is a little bit thinner, and that does lay in there nicely. So that's the only limiting thing with the fixer beads. Otherwise, like I said, you can use a variety of crystal sizes, shapes, and yeah, they work out great. So today we're going to be making these earrings. And let me just clear everything off here. And then we're using the ones with the vertical holes. Those I do have in my shop too. I am just now starting to play with the horizontal holes. The ones that run this way. So I will be designing more with that and hopefully have some.
Lisa, are you going to be bringing more material and kits to the August monthly meeting?
Yes,
Okay,
that's a great question. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay. So we are gonna start. Let's see if my bead tray fits in here. Maybe. Okay. Just have to get this. There? Maybe. Okay. There we go. So I cut a 1 yard you might want to use 1.5. I just go from shoulder to the edge of my hand when I cut it. So, and then you're going to attach a stop bead on there. Okay. And hopefully everybody has the pattern printed out. Okay, so the first part of this, I have important notes that I want to go over on page 2 of the pattern. Pay close attention to the pictures for the correct orientation of the beads. There's the front side without the groove. That's what I call the front side. And the back side, again, is with that groove that the crystal is going to lay against in there. This pattern was written in reference to the actual pictures of the beadwork in each figure. If you hold the beadwork differently, the directional reference to the bead holes and or thread will not be correct. Before you start, make sure the holes are open in the multi-hole beads. We will be using all holes of these fixer beads as we go along, so you can check them now, or you can wait until we thread them and see if the holes are open, because you only have to take out one fixer bead if they're not open. And please refer to the cover page for abbreviations noted in parentheses used in this pattern, and you're going to want to keep the tension taut throughout this pattern. So, and then it says the back side. Again, the back side is with the groove or the indent in the middle of the bead. And the front side is the one where it's just nice and flat. They're slightly curved, actually. You can see it, they're slightly curved, but the front is the smooth side. When you string these fixer beads, it's important that you string them with the indents or that groove in a horizontal line like that. Make sure that they do not go like this and you're not obstructing that the groove in there with your thread, because otherwise the crystal will not sit in there. So that is very important as you string these. I frequently switch from the back side of the beadwork to the front side. I do that to show the details of each picture. So I'm going to be doing that, flipping back and forth. The important thing is the first one that I'm going to string, which is on page 2, figure A. I'm going to string through this upper left hole right here. Just like that. And what I do, I know a lot of people like to hold on to their beadwork while they're beading. For these earrings, I think it's so important to lay your beadwork flat on your bead mat, because these fixer beads end up turning and twisting, and it can be a mess. So for now, I would say just lay them on your bead mat, and always make sure that your stop bead is in the upper left side of your bead. Okay. So now I'm going to flip it to the front side. Again, my stopper bead is in the, well, now it's in the lower left corner, but it's right there. And let's see, we are on page 3 now. And we are going to string 2 size 11 seed beads, 1 crystal, and 2 size 11 seed beads. And now what we're gonna do is in a horizontal direction, we're gonna sew through the bottom hole, which is over here. Okay. And then our
So
needle is
you
gonna-
diagonal across from the top to the bottom, not
Correct.
horizontal, diagonal. Okay, cool.
Diagonal, sorry, yes.
No, that's quite all right. I just wanted to double check. Thank you.
Yes, I will make a correction of that. Um, okay. One moment. Okay. In a diagonal direction, you're gonna sew through that bottom hole of the fixer bead. So now I'm gonna turn this over. And again, my landmark bead or my stopper bead is in the upper left-hand corner. And without threading any beads, we are going to sew through this hole on the bottom. So right below the stop bead, that's the hole that we're going to be sewing through. Okay. So there you go. You can kind of see that red thread there. All right, now I'm going to flip it to the front. And again, our stop bead is in the lower left-hand corner. And we are going to thread 2 seed beads. And we are going to sew through this crystal, just like that. So that middle crystal is going to be shared by both of the diagonal lines. Whoops. Just like that. And remember to keep the tension tight. So now it should look like this. So we just have one more hole to sew through, which is right here. So we're going to string 2 more seed beads. And we are going to sew through the last open hole of the fixer bead from front side to back side. So now it should look like that. Did everybody understand that? Okay. I'll do it again. So right now your thread is exiting through the back side of the fixer bead. And this is step 5. So I'm going to thread 2 seed beads. Oops, like that. Here's the 2 seed beads. And I'm going to take another fixer bead. And again, make sure that that indent is horizontal. And from the back side to the front side of the fixer bead, I'm going to sew through the top left hole. Oops. That's why it's important to keep this on your mat because they just twist and turn and gets fussy. So just like that. That's what the back is going to look like. So you have those 2 seed beads. So now I'm going to just flip this to the front side. And now my thread is in the lower left-hand hole of the fixer bead. So now I'm on. You're going to repeat step 3 through 5 until there's a total of 4 fixer beads. So I'm just going to go through and do what I did on the page 2, where I string 2 size 11 seed beads, 1 crystal, and 2 11 seed beads. Okay. And then I'm going to sew from the front to the back side. I'm going to sew diagonally through this upper right side hole of the fixer bead. Oops. So if these get twisted in it or in any way, just make sure again your landmark or your stop bead is in the upper left side. The 2 seed beads that connect the fixer beads should be on the top. And this is how your beadwork should look now. Does anybody have any questions? No?
No, but I can see what you mean by laying them on your mat. They will keep flipping
They-
around. And so retightening and redoing, and I see why now you say that.
Yes.
'Cause it gets so confusing.
Yes.
But as long as you go through the hole the first time the right way, you pretty much can't go wrong, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And as long as you're using your landmark or your stopper bead
Yep, yep,
in the upper left-hand corner, that's so important.
yep.
So that's why I keep on repeating that.
Oh, well, it is.
So now we're on the back side of the fixer bead. And we are on the lower right hole. So without stringing any beads, we're going to sew through the left bottom hole of the fixer bead. So from back to front, we're going to sew through that. And again, my beads got twisted, so I'm just going to readjust. And I can see that there's a little bit of thread showing there, so I'm going to tighten that up. And before I get started, I'm just gonna, there, make sure it looks like the picture in figure E with the 2 beads, connecting them on the back side. No thread is in the indent. Okay. Now I'm gonna flip that. So I'm looking at the front side of the fixer bead. And I just have this one diagonal strand of bead going across. So I'm going to add my second strand of beads. So pick up 2 seed beads. And you're going to sew up through this crystal. Does everybody see how I did that? So I know it's at a diagonal. And you're just going to sew through the bottom of it.
Hey Lisa,
Yes.
these fixer beads are great. When you get your Square website up, are you going to have these available for sale?
Yes. I have them
Nice.
in a variety of colors. I have them in uh, Labrador, which is silver, the bright silver. I have them in the matte gold flax, which are these that I'm using. Then I have this color, which is a jet AB. And then I have them in white.
Lovely. Thank
Look
you.
at that. You're welcome. So, okay. So now I'm coming out of the crystal. So you can see, I'm going to pick up 2 size 11 seed beads. And I'm going to sew through the bottom open right side hole from front to back. So just like that. From front to back. So now it should look like that. And again, the indent is horizontal on the back side. So we're back up at on the back side, looking at the back side. And I'm coming out the right upper hole of the fixer bead. I'm going to string 2 size 11s. And 1 fixer bead through the upper left-hand hole, again from the back side to the front side. Pulling that tight. Oops. And there. Again, use that stopper bead as your landmark and make sure that all the beads are lined up like that. Okay. Now we're going to flip to the front side. So now if you're looking at it, we're coming out of the bottom left hole. There. And again, thread 2 size 11 seed beads. Any questions so far? Just making sense?
This is
You got
great.
any-
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So lovely, Lisa. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I think this is so much easier than your conventional bezeling like this with your delica beads. Oops.
Oh yeah, this works up way fast.
Way
Your
faster.
instructions are amazing.
Oh, thank you. So from this bottom left hole, we're going to sew diagonally through the upper right side hole. And that is going to be from front to back side. Oops. And again, if your beads misbehave, just get them back into position again. So that is what it looks like. So our thread is exiting the back side now, and we are on the lower right side hole. Without stringing any beads, we're going to sew through the left side bottom hole from back to front. And again, I'm just going to lay out my beads to make sure I have them strung correctly. Yep, just like that. And like that. So you should have nothing down at with the bottom holes yet. We will get there, but all you should see is that red thread just going from one hole to the next. So I'm going to flip to the front. And now my thread is coming out the upper left side hole of the fixer bead. I'm going to thread 2 seed beads. So up through this crystal. Hold the thread tight. We are going to sew through these beads again, so if there is a little bit of thread showing, don't panic. We'll be able to make these tighter also when we sew through them again. So now I'm going to go from the front side to the back side. So that's what that looks like. And then this is the back side again. And I have one more to go. Okay. There's that. Okay. Now we're on the front side. And we got to do our crisscross. Flipping to the back side. Thread through the bottom hole. One thing I forgot to mention too, sometimes it helps with tension to use thread wax.
Mm.
Kind of keeps things snug. So if you're having problems with the tension, if you have some thread wax, you could use that. Now I have all 4 fixer beads strung. There. Tonight, that's the front side, and then this is the back side. And the front side. So let me know when we're at that point, and then I'll show you how to connect and move on to the next step.
Except
We are so excited. Mine looks just like yours does, Lisa.
mine.
Yay! I want to see your colors.
Let me angle my camera down.
Oh, I was
on
gonna
my
lift it up and
board.
put this behind it.
Don't think that's gonna work very well. I
It
think
is.
it's
I think
gonna
it's
work
gonna work.
better.
Can you highlight you?
Oh yes, ma'am. I'm a dork. Oh my gosh,
Well,
you
here,
are
let me
so
put mine on
right.
yours then. Here.
There we
Put mine
go.
on yours.
And if anybody else wants to share your
And
colors, please
spotlight.
do.
Wait a minute. I'm still trying to get it there.
I know. You're getting it.
Yeah, they're flippy floppy right now.
There.
Okay, so we used the they're like the violet rainbow what do you call it? 4-hole beads. So they're all these different violet colors and rainbow colors. And then she used metallic pink and purple with the crystal copper crystal, and I used pink and gold with the crystal copper. And so hers, just with the different color seed bead,
Looks
changes it
different.
completely different than
Yeah.
mine because I used gold.
And it's kind of hard to see the color.
It's a little hard in our light.
I love it.
But I think it's so pretty. You picked out really nice colors for me, Lisa. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're
I didn't
welcome.
know who picked the colors, but thank you.
Yeah, you did.
So does
that's
anybody
what
else
happens
want to
when-
share their colors?
What happens when you go to your
Right,
friend's
so
house?
I'm just gonna get over here so we can spotlight. Okay, I'm getting to you, Paulette. Let me get you there. There we go. And we are spotlight for everybody. There we go.
Hi, Paulette.
Oh, look at that. She's all finished.
So I made her bracelet and it's fabulous. It's got a
I
Wow.
love it with the big oval in the middle. And that looks great.
and I bought the other one. So anyway, I had bought on our retreat, I had bought some crystals from her. So I have 2 granddaughters, some of you know, 9 and 6.
Yeah.
So I have a light, I think this is purple, I don't know what it is, purple, and this green one,
Yep.
ultra green. Let me get back, you can see that. So I have a bunch of her fixer beads I bought from her, but I bought the chalk.
Ooh, okay. That'll be fun with those crystals.
And I bought crystals from her. Let's see, I think I poured them out of the bag, but anyway, so one granddaughter's a green, so this is the green.
Ooh,
nice.
The
nice.
peridot color. Mhm.
Yeah,
I
that's
like that one.
pretty.
Is the fuchsia AB.
Yes.
And then I decided to do a little bit different. I was going to do silver, but then I decided, nope, I'm doing the green.
Is that like an iris?
Yeah, that is silver line emerald AB.
Oh, pretty.
Ooh,
And then I'm using a galvanized rose
Nice.
nice.
lavender.
I think that's what
And
you
then
said.
she had the little, those
Yeah.
little symbol things that you can connect.
Hey,
and then-
lefticos.
Yep.
Yeah. And pendants. So mine are, so my granddaughters are very petite. So they're getting a pendant from me in each of those colors. Anyway, sorry to take for so long, but
No, this
Yay.
is fun. I'm
I
glad
love
to
your
see what
bracelet, too.
everybody is doing.
yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Anybody else want to show off their colors?
Okay, here's Jan. Let's spotlight Jan.
So silver with the blue.
Ooh, there
Oh,
you go.
pretty.
Oh,
That's pretty.
Mhm.
It's gonna match your top too today.
It is. You just
That's
have
what
to
I
wear
need.
that shirt.
Another
Okay.
pair of blue earrings.
Love it, love it, love
Very
it.
nice.
Super.
Honey.
Very cool, very cool.
So-
All right, let's go back to Lisa.
Come here, honey. Come here. So we have a new beading member. Hold on. This is Cinnamon,
I just want to play with that noise.
and that's because of her spots. But there she is. Say hi to everybody, honey. Say hi.
Cinnamon.
You just want to kiss that nose.
There you go, baby. Good girl.
So there's a question, Lisa. Do they have to wait till your
Aw,
new
she's so
site is
shy.
active to order more kits from you?
You can send me an email.
You want
Let's
to type it
see.
in the chat and then they could follow the chat. How to order kits from you.
Okay. Actually, I could share my Square site, but just know that you're not going to get all the pictures and it's not going to be all well organized or anything quite yet.
We're
But
not judgmental.
okay. One moment. Let me just get the link.
Okay.
Okay, copy link address. And then let me put chat
So that's all we have to have.
and
Oil and then
paste.
because I want them shiny.
Okay, so I did put the link into my shop.
Doing that.
It's down at in the chats. I do not have kits in my shop yet. I'm working on those. I do have the crystals. I do have the fixer beads. Some stuff in there, but I will work on putting more stuff in there. So if you want to order, please go ahead and go to my website. But like I said, it's still under construction. So it's not going to be all pretty and everything.
And Lisa, just as a reminder, you'll have kits and individual pieces at the August 4th meeting, right?
Correct. Yes, I had them in the July meeting, and I will bring all the crystals and fixer beads and findings and all of that to the August meeting too.
She's got some lovely crystals. I'm just saying.
Thank you. Yes, I have I'm this year one of my goals to cleaning my bead room is to use the beads that I have. So I have a lot of crystals. I've kind of been hoarding them. So now I'm trying to use them more in my designs. Grudgingly, but it needs to be done. So and I can show you real quick. One of the classes that I'll be teaching at Lotus in August is actually a 2-part class. And Paulette has taken this class. We went to the Loose Bead Society retreat.
Yeah.
And so she took both of the classes that I had offered there. So this is
That kind of a purple.
another one.
To go through
Yeah,
all
so
of these.
So
Yeah.
this is
Actually.
the Reverse Trilogy necklace. Let's
Yeah.
see. Whoops.
Really excited.
There we go.
Thank you so much for doing this. And
So this is this necklace that I used.
downstairs, I cleaned this.
There we
up.
go. Using 27 millimeter Rivoli
Got,
in the middle. And it's actually reversible. So you can see one side has an opal color and the other side has more of a metallic. And this is a functional button. So you can open it and you can wear this pendant on a kumihimo strand.
That's super fun. I love convertibles.
Yes. Or you could wear it on just a regular chain necklace or a leather cord or something. And you can also wear the necklace on its own. This side has the colorful ones too. So you can wear it with the pendant, without the pendant. And so this is what I'm going to be teaching at Lotus the month of August. And I can tell you the dates if I can find my phone. So on August
Well written pattern. Very good.
August
Yeah,
5th is going to be the pendant. I am teaching at Lotus Beads at the Mall of America. So I'm teaching that. And on August 19th, I'm teaching how to make the necklace. There. So if anybody wants to come out and take a live class, you can certainly do that too. Okay.
Lisa, what time is that class at?
Both classes start at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay. Until how long are they?
Until about 1. Usually we go to about 2 sometimes. I mean, let's see, if anybody has any questions and wants, we usually have a good time in class, so I don't mind staying until 2, but it's usually from 10 to 1.
And then when's the second class?
The second class. Okay, so the pendant is on Tuesday, August 5th. And the second class, which is the necklace, is Tuesday, August 19th. And they're both at 10 o'clock. So, yep. There. So we'll continue on with these earrings. All right. Trying to get set back up here. All right. Oops. There we go. All right. So we're all good. We have our 4 strong fixer beads on there. All right. And the thread is coming out the upper right side hole on the last fixer bead. There. So we are on step 6, where we're going to pick up 2 size 11 seed beads. And make sure nothing is twisted. And we're just going to go from the right side all the way over and put your needle into where your stop bead thread is. We're going to sew through there on the first fixer bead. Oops. Just like that. And again, there. So all of these, I'm trying to get them situated here. Oops, there we go. So all of these beads, the two seed beads that connect the fixer beads should all be top side. So you're looking at them. Okay, make sure that they're not twisted. And then that's what's going to give us our bezel, the start of our bezel for this. But we're not going to put our Rivoli in there yet. Okay. And don't take off your stop bead yet. We'll do that eventually. So did everybody see how to do that? I'll just do that one more time. So I went from here with all of your 2 seed beads connecting the fixer beads on the top side. I strung 2 seed beads, and then I went through the very first hole of the first fixer bead, and that is also the same hole where our stop bead is coming out of, and from back side to front side. And then I just pulled this tight, and I'm making sure that nothing gets twisted there. And if it helps, let me see if I have something small enough. You could take something small enough and put it up through that center, if that helps to keep all the beads. That is not big enough. Let me try this.
I use the end of a thick magic marker. Not
Yeah,
the
that
real
works
thick one,
too.
but yeah.
Okay, or like that, one of my tools. Oops. I don't know if you could see that. Okay, let me raise this. There we go. So moving that tail thread out of the way. So you're going to sew through. If you're looking at it from the front side, you're going to sew through these first 2 seed beads. Let me see if I have a magic marker here. Oh, yep, I do. That would be easier. Okay. So this, we're working on step 7 now. And again, all this 2 seed beads that are connecting your fixer beads should be at the top. Like that. And we are coming out of the second size 11 seed bead. Don't go through the crystal, just the 2 11 seed beads. Then we're going to string 1 11 seed bead, and we are going to sew through these 2 seed beads on the right side and through that right side upper hole. And you can see that on figure G and G1. Make sure you're pulling tight. So now you have these seed beads. So you have 2 from your original diagonal strand and 2 from this side. You're just adding this 1 to connect those. Okay. And then I sewed through these 2 seed beads on the right side. Sewed through the top upper right side hole from front to back of the fixer bead. I'm gonna sew it through. Let me try to. So this is from the front side. So I'm going to sew through these 2 seed beads that connect the fixer beads. Make sure it doesn't get wrapped around the fixer bead like my thread is right now. There. Hold tight. And I know once you could see thread now, but once I pull this tail thread, you won't see the thread. So, and then you're going to go from the back side to the front side of the fixer bead. I'm going to do this. I'm going to sew through, looking at it from the front side. I'm going to sew through that and this size 11 seam. Like that. I'm going to pick up one size 11 seed bead and sew through these 2 size 11 seed beads. Okay, so I added this. And now I'm going to pull tight and sew from the front side to the back side of the fixer bead, like that.
Okay.
You got it? Or I know it's a little, it's hard. You could lay it on your bead mat too, if that helps. I just put my finger through the hole and there. So I'm there, the back side of it now. And I'm going to sew through these 2 size 11 seed beads that are connecting. Like that. Now I'm going to sew from the back side of the fixer bead to the front side. Like that. And sew through these 2 seed beads here. Add 1 seed bead and sew through these. You're not sewing through the crystal, you're just sewing through the seed beads. Like that. So you should be getting a triangle shape with the seed beads. Now with the thread coming out of here, front to back, and sew through these. Any questions about this part? Like that. From, move tail thread out of the way. And from back to front of the fixer bead. We sew through that hole. And sew through these 2 seed beads here. Move that out of the way. Like that. Add one seed bead. And sew through these two. And there we go. And then just need to sew through the fixer bead from front to back. And sew through these two seed beads, connecting them. And this is where I'm going to remove the stop bead and tie off and end that tail thread. Any questions? You just
Lisa, clearly your instructions are really good because you're not getting a lot of questions.
thank you. So it should look like that. So I'm going to tie off this tail thread.
Oh,
So
okay.
Lisa,
Good idea.
Yes,
Lisa, you tied off, okay, so I'm just catching up here. So you tied off, once you went through the last two beads on the back, you tied off with the tail thread with your other thread, correct?
correct.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yep. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm just tying off that tail thread, making a couple of knots in there because we want it to be secure. And before you tie it off, make sure that this is not a jumbled mess like that, that you are going through and you lay them out. So there, it should look like that. So this is the top side, and this is the bottom side where we have not connected these fixer beads yet. So there. And then I'm going to do one more and really pull on that thread tight, the tail thread and the working thread. Make one more knot. And I'm going to sew through from the back side to the front side of this fixer bead. Oops. There. You okay? It gets a little fussy, I know. Just take your time.
Is there such a thing as it being too tight?
Yes,
Okay,
it could be.
stand up and be
And you
tight.
just want to just make sure that your Rivoli sits in there. Like that. Should fit around your Rivoli.
Oh,
So you can just test that by inserting your Rivoli and making sure that it sits in there nice. In a minute. And my tail thread, yay.
goodness, this is challenging.
It really is. Just keep it on your bead mat if you can.
Yeah.
And lay these out. That's why I said it's as long as you have the 2 seed beads connecting the fixer beads all up on top.
Or actually, I actually just put them on the bottom. Because it
Yeah,
seems
that's what I did. I put mine on the beading mat and then just had everything on the bottom and then went around.
yeah, the
Okay.
bottom seems to work better. It sits
Yeah.
nicer.
Okay. Yep, that will work too. Whatever works better. So she did it like that.
Yes.
Okay. So either way works. And
And then you went which way, Lisa? Just to bury the knot? Just any
I just
where it came from?
tied it twice, and then I took my working thread and I went through the fixer bead from the back to the front side.
Okay.
And I'm going to sew through these seed beads again on the top. So there should be 5 of them now. And sew through oops. Okay. I have a problem getting my beads to behave too. There. Okay, so now I just sewed through these 5 seed beads here, the top. From the front side to the back side, I'm going to sew through the fixer bead and the next 2 seed beads. Okay. And that is where I'm at. I'm not too sure what I did here. Maybe I skipped that one. Oh well. Okay, should look like that. How is everybody doing?
Almost done. I got one more bead to go.
So after the 5, you exited out of the back of the fixer bead?
Yes.
Okay.
You exit the back of the fixer bead and then you sew through the 2 seed beads that connect the fixer beads.
Okay.
So your thread should be exiting that side. It also shows it in figure J. Because right now what we're going to do is we are going to, as you can see on this one here, we are going to add the crystals to the front side. Oops, can't see those, but these. So is everybody there?
Yes, I'm finally there.
Okay. So we're on step 9. And it says holding the oval crystal. It should be the round crystal. Crystal Rivoli. And you can insert it in here and make sure it fits. So I'm just turning this to the back side and you can see how these fixer beads, the Rivoli sits in the groove of the fixer beads, and that's what's holding that crystal in place. So, like that. So this crystal will pop out. I put this in here just to make sure that I have the correct tension and that my beadwork isn't too tight. And just to save from the frustration, I'm just going to take that out for now. And we're going to add the crystals. The 3mm crystal. So pick up one crystal. Don't pick up any seed beads. And we are on step 9. And we're going to sew through the next 2 seed beads. And like that. So we're not sewing through these outside seed beads anymore. It's just the inside ones around the circle. Like that. And I'm going to pick up another 3mm crystal. Again, keep this flat on your bead mat and it will save the it from getting twisted. And we're going to sew through these next 2 inside seed beads. Like that. So, my thread is coming out there. And there. And you're going to do that all the way around. So while you're doing that, I will tell you that this works great just to add the crystal in between if you're using a size 10 or size 12mm Rivoli. On the bracelet, I used a size 14 Rivoli here. Let's see, maybe this silver one. Silver one might come up better. Here. So I used a 14mm Rivoli, and instead of just adding the crystal 3mm crystal without picking up any seed beads, because the 14 is larger, what I did is I added 1 size 11 seed bead, 1 crystal, and 1 size 11 seed bead, and sewed through the next 2 seed beads on the inner circle. So that's how you can adjust it to fit other size crystals.
That's really pretty, Lisa.
Thank you. So, like I said, for the 10 and 12mm crystals, I did not use the seed beads. I just used the crystals. But if you have a bigger one, a 14mm crystal Rivoli, you're just going to pick up 1 seed bead. Oops. 1 seed bead, 1 crystal, and 1 seed bead like that. And then sew through the next 2 seed beads. And that will accommodate the bigger size of the Rivoli. But since we are using a 12, we only need to string the crystal for this one. And again, if you're using, you know, bigger sizes, you might, of the crystals, you might have to adjust that too. Because you just want it to lay flat like this. You don't want it to bunch. And if I did do that, I'll just show you an example of what it will look like if I did use a seed bead in here, in between. Oops. It would lay like that. And so it kind of sits up because I added the extra seed beads. And you don't want it to look like that. You want it to be nice and flat against your center crystal. Now I have to rethread my needles. That was the fun part. Anybody have any questions? Is anybody throwing it across the room yet?
Nope, it's perfect.
It is really tricky keeping that little crystal in place. Wants to
Yes.
pop out the back, so I'm holding it in my hand because it seems to. Otherwise,
You
Oh
do
my
not
God.
have to keep it in there. If it keeps on popping out and it gets annoying, just remove it. The only reason why I wanted you to put the 12 millimeter crystal in there is just to make sure that it wasn't too tight.
Right.
So you could remove it like I have done.
And then pull it tight once you've.
Right.
Yeah.
Just make sure that it's tight.
Right.
That. So now I have added you should have 4 3 millimeter crystals on the top side. And your thread should be exiting 2 seed beads. And then we're just going to sew through. Just follow the thread path and sew through all the beads one time just to strengthen those. So you're not going to add anything, you're just going to follow the thread path. Sewing through the 2 seed beads, the crystal, the next 2 seed beads, all the way around. So after you get done with this part, the beads shouldn't be so flippy floppy anymore. That is a technical term. There. So that's what it should look like. everybody there? Or I can hold off.
Have a couple more to get through here.
Okay.
Lisa, I'm gonna sign off. This has been very fun. And
Okay,
I'll look forward to getting some of those beads so I can make a pair.
wonderful. Thank you for joining us.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Carla.
Bye.
Okay, I'm there finally.
Yay.
You know, I had to actually pop out the Rivoli to finish it.
Yes.
Thankfully it opened.
Yes, and that does, you know, trying to hold the Rivoli in there does get a little cumbersome when you're trying to work with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
Beautiful.
once you're through that, you should be exiting the 2 seed beads. Like it's showing now. You could pop your Rivoli in there and just make sure it's not too tight and everything is fitting the way it should. Like that. There's no buckling going on or anything. And then I'm just going to take it out because we have to sew through to the bottom side. So the thread is exiting the 2 seed beads on the top. I'm going to go through the fixer bead from the back side to the front side, like that. And I'm going to sew through the first 2 seed beads. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to sew down through this crystal. And I'm going to sew through these 2 seed beads on the right side. So now I'm looking at the bottom side of the setting. I'm going to sew through the right upper hole of the fixer bead, and that's from front to back side, just like that. And then this is where the thread should be. And now I am going to put my Rivoli in there.
Now, Lisa, the ones that I got from you are flat back. Does that matter?
Flat back?
Yeah, or am I using the wrong thing? Yeah, let's see. It's mermaid scale cabochon. Is that the wrong thing?
I have not tried it with that yet.
Oh, why do I have these from you then? Shucks, okay.
Because I think you were gonna try to use those
Okay,
and play around with it, but you
should I
should,
try it or no, or should I go get a Rivoli?
that's up to you.
Okay,
I'd be interested to see how it would look with the fish scale cabochon.
I got some of those fish scale and I'm was gonna do it today, but when I laid it in there, it fit perfectly within that groove of the fixer bead.
it does.
So, you know, I don't know,
This is what she's talking about, is these mermaid, and I can try that.
I'm gonna try it, Lisa, because it seems to fit in there nice.
Okay.
I just might have to, I don't know, mess with more beads or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they are,
Sure is beautiful when you look from it. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Colors I picked. I'm
And you
gonna
just
try.
have to make sure that they sit in that groove though of
Yeah.
the fixer beads.
Yeah, that's where maybe, I don't know. It should sit there.
maybe you have to do like a crisscross, on the back or
That
something.
across the back, maybe?
Yeah, or something too.
Yeah.
Like do how you're doing it, how Lisa has it, then maybe if you feel like, oh, I don't know, you can just maybe add a little
A
crisscross.
little extra.
Yeah,
Just to hold it in place.
just
Gorgeous from the front. I want to do it. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
I don't want to interfere though with what we're doing.
Nope. So I put in a 12 millimeter,
I should try because I have some of those.
and this is a mermaid scale.
Okay, good. Okay, you got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you just want to make sure that if you could see, it's laying in those grooves. So it shouldn't be like this, you know, because it's not in there. This is the groove that I'm talking about in here. So let's see, this should be sitting in there.
You think it's gonna work, Lisa?
I think so. Mine does.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay. I got the
You just-
scaly one. Okay, the
It kind
mermaid.
of takes a little finagling.
All right. I'm gonna try it. Your instructions are so good.
Thank
Good,
you.
I'm not worried. If I have to tear it apart.
Okay, so I'm gonna try
I
it
bought, I
too.
bought before the bigger, I have a set that I bought, so I don't know what size these are, and some small, the same smaller ones too, 18 millimeter. And I thought, wow, that would be really cool as a bigger pendant. I have to add more fixer beads probably, but that would be cool for my granddaughters too.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Okay, so I am going to use the mermaid scale cabochon instead. And you just, when you put your crystal in, if you're using your crystal, you want to put it in upside down with, this is the back side, it's facing me. So you want to put your crystal in upside down like that. So when you turn it over, you have the pretty side facing out. Like that. And this I'm using the mermaid scale cabochon. And you just want to make sure it's sitting in those grooves again. Okay, and it's exiting the back side of the fixer bead. So we are on if your thread is long enough, about 2 feet in length, you're going to weave the thread through the beads until the thread is exiting the fixer bead as shown on the back side, on the bottom side of the beadwork. If the thread is too short, if you're running short, then go ahead and start a new thread and just tie a knot somewhere up here or through the first beads that we used, and then add a new thread. I think mine's long enough. Got quite a bit of thread still left. So here, I can show you too. This is about how long my thread is. So I'm just gonna use what I have there. There. So we are on step 11 now, figure L. And I'm going to string 2 size 11 seed beads and sew through from back to front side of the fixer bead, and I'm going towards the left. If your thread is coming out on this side, you're just going to go around clockwise. It really doesn't matter where your thread is as long as you're sewing in the same direction. So I threaded the 2 size 11 seed beads. From the back to the front side, I sewed through the upper right side hole of the fixer bead and through these 2 seed beads that are on the front. Like that. If you do have the K left to go symbol beads, you can use those, or you could string some seed beads and your ear wire if you want to. So I'm going to use the K left to go. Now there is a flat side of this symbol element, and there is the front side, which I call the front side. The front side is domed, more rounded, as you can see there. And then this is the back side where it's just all flat. So with the flat side facing you, I'm going to sew through from right to left of the symbol bead, like that. And again, your thread should be exiting those 2 seed beads. And I'm going to sew through these next 2 seed beads. It's the front side and back side. And then just to secure this in place, or if you're using seed beads, you can do this too. So I sewed through the 2 11-0 seed beads on the front side of the fixer bead. From the front side to the back side, and I sew through that, and that's going to be in the upper left-hand corner of the fixer bead. like that. And then without stringing any beads, I'm going to sew through from back side to front side the upper right side hole of the fixer bead, and then just retrace my thread path through the 2 seed beads, the fixer bead, and if you want, you could just use your ear finding too, and without using seed beads, it's whatever you prefer. And the other thing you can do with this too, and I wanted to make an example and I just ran out of time. If you wanted to make a ring, because these make really great rings, I mean, good size for a ring on your finger, your middle finger. So if you want to do that, I would get another fixer bead, or sorry, not a fixer bead, a symbol bead, a K left to go symbol bead, and put one, let's see, where's my needle? Put one on this side. So just on the opposite side of that. And then you can just string a wire and wrap the wire around there. And then you have a nice little ring. If you want to do that.
Ooh, I love that. That would be
Yeah.
a good bracelet. Was that would that be a bracelet
Yep.
opportunity too? Okay.
Yep. You could do that for the bracelet, and
That's
I'll
what you-
show you with this one. So that's what I did is I did not use them on this one. I do it on the front side. No, but you could use them in your bracelet. When you make a bracelet to connect them, and then just add, connect them with a jump ring from one they left to go to the next one. That's a good idea too. So now I added my K left to go bead. I retraced the thread path just to make it secure. And I'm exiting the back side of the fixer bead like that. And if you're making a pair of earrings, you just need to do that. Add the K left to go bead. And the next one is going to be different. So
I have a question.
Yes.
When you put this symbol bead in,
Yes.
could you possibly use that between the 2 picos of seed beads instead of a crystal on the very top so that it's more centered and not towards the back of the earring?
I haven't tried that.
Oh, you know what? It would hang wrong way. It would not take it back. It would be twisted the wrong way. So never mind. All right. Yep. The hole would go in the wrong way. So never mind.
Let's see. When I wear these, they don't, you can put
I
them in.
tried mine and I didn't have any. It hangs okay. Here.
There.
Show you.
So you could see that they do hang
Toward,
evenly.
yeah. Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
leaning one way or the other.
Yeah. I just thought you have the 2 points and then you've got the crystal in there. I just thought maybe we could slip that in there, but it won't be going the right direction.
Yeah.
Thanks anyway.
You're welcome. Good question, though. Oops. Oops, I'm trying to get my camera to go the right way. There we go. Okay. So now we're coming out the upper left side hole of the fixer bead, and our thread should be at the back side of it. And I strung 2 seed beads, and I'm going to sew through. If I turn it this way, it's going to be the upper right side hole of the fixer bead, the next fixer bead. And when you do this, you want to make sure that you're holding it and that your crystal is inside those groove beads, the groove of the fixer beads. And just try to pinch the fixer beads. Kind of hold it like that. Oops. And you're going to sew through. Oops. 2 seed beads. So that's where you should be now. And it's important to note, I'm looking at step 14, and not all size 11 seed beads are equal in size. Therefore, you need to string enough 11O seed beads to fill the gap in between the fixer beads. It says in between the 11O seed beads. So what I'm saying there is when you string the beads, so if you have a bigger crystal, you might need to string 3 beads, or if you're using Mayukis, you might need to use 3 beads to connect these fixer beads together. It just all depends what size crystal. You could adjust. That's another way of adjusting for the different size crystals. But you want to make sure that no matter how many seed beads, that it should be really snug. And you don't want the beads to buckle. So if you add too many seed beads to connect the back side of these fixer beads, then it will be too loose. So you just want to be careful of that.
Hey, Lisa, I probably did the same mistake as I did when I did the bracelet. So when you get to the 4th fixer bead, do you put the 4th picot, or is that where you're supposed to add your symbol thing? Or is that later? I forget.
So the first one I did is I added the symbol
Okay,
in between those 2 seed beads.
okay.
This next one that I'm doing is I'm out
So
here.
it's on the back though, right? You're not, that's the back.
Correct.
Okay.
It's on the back side of it.
That's okay. I did it right. I was thinking, is that on the front or the back? Okay.
Nope, it's on
That's
the
kind of
back
like-
side.
I was taking my time to tie up my
Tail thread?
tail thread, so I was like, I'm a little behind. So I was like, okay, forget what we're doing here.
Yep, that's okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm out here now. I exited the 2 seed beads, and I'm picking up 1 seed bead and sewing through the next 2 seed beads. And then from the front side to the back side, sewing through the fixer bead. that. Picking up 2 more. 2 more seed beads. And sewing through the next fixer bead from the back side to the front side.
Oh.
And it should be really snug. And then continue sewing through these 2 seed beads.
Okay, so
Like that. String 1 seed bead. And sew down through these 2. And then sew through the fixer. And I'm on my last 2, stringing in my last 2 seed beads. And the crystal should be sitting in there nice and snug now. Shouldn't be falling out. Adding the seed bead and sewing down through the 2 there, like that. And sewing through the fixer bead and the first 2 seed beads that are connecting. So it should look like that. So you should have your symbol bead on that one side, and then just a seed bead added in the middle for the next 3 of them. Like that. So I made a small mistake. When I was telling you about the seed beads, it is just going to be, you are going to use 2 seed beads to connect the fixer beads together. It's the beads that you are going to use in between the 2 sets of seed beads that are going to change. So depending on, like you could see this one for this larger crystal, I added maybe 3 or 4 beads in between these 2 sets of seed beads to accommodate for the bigger crystal. And if you are using Miyuki or Toho beads, it might change slightly too. You just want to make sure that when you do, close up the back side, because that's all you're going to do right now. Once you get to this point, you're just closing up the back side and making this square right here of seed beads. So you just want to make sure it lies nice and flat and that it doesn't bunch or buckle on the back side. You want the seed beads to lay nice and flat against your crystal. So that is on step 14. So I think I'm going to try 3 seed beads. I am using Toho beads. And so I strung 3 beads, and instead of sewing through the beads, I'm just going to lay them flat across there, just to make sure that they fit and lie flat. And that looks pretty good. If I tried to string 4 of them, you could see that if I try to lay it in there, it's just a little too much. And that it will probably buckle. So I'm just going to remove that 4th one. And I'm happy with the 3. And so now I'm going to sew through these 2 seed beads. And pull the thread nice and tight. And you also want to make sure again that the crystal or the cabochon is in there nice and tight. You can see, oops, see how the edge of the cabochon is laying in the groove. That's what you want to make sure. Pull that. Oops. And now as I go to pull it tight, it kind of looks like it's buckling right there. Show you. You see how it's not lying flat? I thought 3 would be good. I might remove 1 seed bead, see where that goes. So now I'm going to use 2 seed beads. So through these 2. Oh, and I like that better. You see how it's laying flat and against the back side of the cabochon? It's not buckling. That's good. So I'm going to thread another 2 seed beads and sew through the next 2 seed beads like that. Does this make sense? Is it good?
Yes.
And make sure that you're pushing the fixer beads against that. I taught this class at Lotus, and I had a student who had the back side completed and all of the seed beads were laying flat against the cabochon or the Rivoli, but she didn't squeeze these in. So her crystal was still wobbling around and still very loose. So you just want to make sure that it's very tight to hold the crystal in. I'm string another 2 seed beads. And it can vary. Like this now you can see it might not be enough because the thread is starting to show a little bit. So I might try 3 seed beads in there instead. And it's the back side of your earring. So it doesn't matter how many seed beads you use.
Lisa, mine look the same way because I'm using the same piece that you are, the mermaid.
Yes.
When I press those fixer beads together, only 2 fit. So it's interesting.
Oh, it could be because the mermaid
funny.
scale cabochons are uncalibrated.
Yeah, okay. Because it looked just like yours, like I was gonna need like almost 4, but then I adjusted it and lo and behold.
Yes. So you have to play with these. And so I'm doing 3 on this one. And I like the way that that sits. It doesn't show any thread. It's so there, and it's nice and flat against the cabochon. Okay. And then the last one, I think I'm just going to do 2 seed beads. Okay. So now I have the back side all closed. And you can strengthen your thread path just by sewing through all those seed beads again. It gets a little bit tricky. But it is nice and tight. You don't see the cabochon falling out or anything. If it is too loose, go ahead and remove some seed beads from the back side. And then when you are restringing the seed beads, make sure you're holding in the sides of your beadwork around the fixer beads, and that will bunch it together.
This is such a great project. I mean, I have, when I was a rookie and buying stuff, I'm like, oh, look how pretty this crystal is. And then I would buy one. And so I have some like loose, onesies of colors. So this
Yes.
is a great project or if you actually picked up one from some kind of, I don't know, like Doris's, grab bags or whatever, and then you've got a nice crystal, one color. This would be great to use. As
Yes.
a project. So you make
And
little necklaces for your, granddaughters or little gifts for somebody that wears dainty jewelry. or earrings, you know.
Or a
I
keychain.
could do a shell and do one earring, one color and the other earring.
Exactly. Nobody
Yes.
says earrings have to match.
That's right.
Or what are those like mother's bracelets or something, you know,
Yeah.
with birthstones from your grandkids or from your kids or something, you could do that.
Actually, I was thinking about trying to figure that out because I have 4 grandchildren. And I thought, well, maybe I'll do a necklace and get some kind of stones that kind of mimic whatever their colors are, you know,
Mhm.
kind of cool.
And if you do want to use stones, Lotus Beads has some great stones, Dakota Stones, you know, they're the stone people. So, and the only thing that I said, like I said before, the only thing that's going to be limiting is the thickness or the width of your crystal, your stone. Like this is too wide to fit into that groove. So make sure
Yeah.
you bring some fixer beads with you and, you know, see if
Oh,
it's
the
gonna
testing.
fit around that.
So Lisa, if you use a bigger stone in the center, so we were working with a 12 millimeter. If you go to a 14 or a 16, so if you went to a 14 millimeter Rivoli,
Yes.
would you end up having to add more fixer beads?
So in this one, this is a size 14
Oh, okay.
right there. Let me see. I have another. Okay, this you could see this one. This one is a size 14 Rivoli.
Okay, that's when you were showing. And you had to add more beads.
And what I
Yeah.
did is instead of just stringing the crystal and sewing through the next 2 seed beads, I added a seed bead, a crystal, a seed bead, and then sewed through 2 seed
Perfect.
beads. And I
Perfect.
did that all the way around.
What about can you go up to a 16 or an 18 millimeter? What's the middle one?
The middle one is, I believe, an 18 by 13. Let me see.
So I guess you would just have to play with it, right? To see if you have to add more fixer beads or you can get by with seed beads.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Um, let's see. So I used an 18 by 13. Um, this one is an 18 by 13 oval,
Okay.
which is this size here. And what I did is I used 5 fixer beads around it. And then I added the seed bead, crystal seed bead, sewed through the next 2,
Okay.
that type of thing. So yeah, it's just a matter of playing with it to see
Sure.
what works and what doesn't. Again, you know, you might need to adjust the back like I did with this. You could see there's a whole lot more seed beads going around.
Right. And like someone was saying, you could always crisscross if you really felt like you needed to.
Yes. Yep, just to hold it in place.
Sure.
So it all depends what size, what shape, all of that.
Okay. Okay. Can we see what everybody did?
Yes. Uh-oh, I'm running over, aren't I?
No, it's okay. If anybody really is concerned, they can leave. But I think you got you only lost 4 people so far, and 2 of them said they had appointments. So,
By camera.
so we had 17 here on Zoom, and we had at least 4 on. Michelle, you need to unmute.
Oh, look at Pam's.
Can you see it? I'm having a hard time.
Okay, hold it back
Okay.
towards you a little bit.
Oh,
There
wow,
you
that's
go.
pretty.
Oh,
Now
that's
you can see.
beautiful.
So
I
I
like
used the
it.
scales. Use the
Ooh.
mermaid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it, you guys.
That
What
is
color?
great.
What color are the little crystals? Are they green too?
They're Montana
Okay.
blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you good. Don't move. There you go.
Yeah.
There.
Oh,
Good.
great job.
It's
That's
great.
good.
I love it, you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
I got
let's
one.
now wait a minute. Let me get Barb up here. Hold on. And then we get there we go, spotlight for everybody. Okay, there we go. Beautiful.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
yay. Those look great.
Are those black?
No, they're kind of a iridescent blue-green on the outside, but the edges are black.
Oh, I
kinda.
got you.
They are the
Okay.
Jet AB.
That AB, yeah.
Oh, wow.
The
Okay.
one
That's
from the
nice.
side,
Show
you see
you.
more color.
I think that's great.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else want to show us what they did?
That
She
one
used
is
that
never gonna
color.
fall apart.
This is the color that she used,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
which is the Jet AB.
Uh-huh. Kathy, did you make one today?
Yes, I did.
Let's see what you made. Hold on, let me get you spotlighted.
Where's my,
There we go.
Oh,
Ooh,
actually,
it's red and gold, isn't
Oh,
it?
is that it?
Yes.
Oh, those are
Pretty.
beautiful.
yeah, it's actually, it's the last piece to my bracelet.
Yay.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So
That'll be great. I love those colors.
Okay, I've got mine.
Okay, let me get you spotlighted, Jan.
Oh, pretty.
So it's just silver with the blue.
Mhm.
Oh, that looks
Oh,
so
those
nice
are
with
so
the
pretty.
blouse.
Aw.
Look at the
I
coordination.
like those.
Great. Love.
Hmm.
Of
It
course, I
really
made them
makes
in
the
blue.
crystals pop, by
Yeah.
using all the shiny silver and then the crystals.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really does.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fun to experiment.
Super cool. All
That's right.
right. So
I've
we
got
can
one
show
here.
you. Where are you? Let me get you, Terry. Is that? Oh,
Yep.
there we go. Let me get you spotlight. Okay, now I've got you.
Hi, Terry.
Your
Hi.
house is a little
Have you seen
dark,
it?
but
Oh, that's.
Can you hold it? Can you hold
Oh,
it?
she's got a puppy too.
Oh, she's got.
Oh.
what a cute puppy.
Oh, great
Oh,
job. Those
there
three
you
are
So
are.
I
great.
took
Oh,
the
That's
nice.
pretty.
Yeah.
I haven't put the end on yet because I want to order like a rose gold. I changed the pale gray from the kit to a rose gold color.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
So that
That's
was a little
neat.
different.
And I
But I
believe
like
I
it.
do
Turned
have
out
some
nice.
rose gold of those.
Super.
Oops.
She was talking about the K Leptico beads, which is
The ones that
the
they
little
make
findings.
earrings off of the finding, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so
Yeah, and I think I have to add those to my shop. So I'll be working this weekend adding.
yay!
So, and
Lisa,
I'll
can
add the
you?
kits. Right now, the kits aren't in my shop, so I need to add those. So just keep on checking back.
Lisa, can you show us the others that you made that were not with the Rivolis? Like what that, did you use Labradorite? Can you just show us those again? Because those are,
Yes.
now that we've done it.
She did it with labradorite.
Yeah, that, okay, Labradorite, okay.
Okay, so don't mind my mess here. Okay, I did use, so I got some briolets, which is this shape right. Oh, hold on, the cameras. There we go. This is a briolet.
Yep.
And I got them from Lotus Beads and Jewelry at the Mall of America.
Goes across
Yeah.
the point, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was just playing with them to see if using the fixer beads, would work.
That's gorgeous.
That's really
And
cool.
I kind of did a monochromatic thing, but
Yeah, I think it looks really nice because then the fire on the labradorite really pops.
yeah,
Really nice.
I like these. The only thing is that I kind of had to pick and choose because some of these edges were a little bit thicker than
Mhm.
other ones. So you just need to find the thinner edges to make them work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can use any shape, any size, just play with it and see what works for you. You can even do stones. I haven't tried a stone yet,
That is a stone.
That is a
but
stone, the labradorite.
That is a stone.
oh yeah, the Labradorite, yes. You're right. Sorry. Still early.
Oh.
Maybe even this one would work. I have this piece.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little bit too thick
Yeah.
for it.
Well, I wonder if you would angle it a little bit so it might be a little tighter on the back and maybe more open on the front. Like if it was wider, you would maybe have it kind of instead of centered, it might be at like an angle, if the stone was too wide.
Almost more like a.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could do that.
I mean, I
I
just
don't know.
I don't know the possibilities. I'm looking forward to playing with more of these beads.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different, ways. Like I said, you can do a ring, you can do bracelet, necklace.
It's like a Swarovski checkerboard
Yeah.
stone stuff because some of them are, I don't remember, I have some of them, but they're how flat they are. Maybe I don't think they're that wide on the sides.
Mhm.
But now those are different.
And yes, so these have the horizontal holes.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
they're oriented
there's
different.
fixer beads with horizontal holes. The ones that I use today have the vertical holes. So the ones I have in my shop are vertical. I just got a package of the fixer beads with the horizontal holes just to play with it and see. But this is
That's
a
really cool. I
27
like
millimeter.
that.
So you can almost
Yeah, it's a 27
I
millimeter
like that
Rivoli in the middle.
Yeah.
easier.
But you couldn't embellish on the top of it.
I like
Very
that pattern,
easy to, like,
Lisa.
see. She had to
Like
go
very
around
Thank you.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're completely different, but
Yeah.
yet versatile to interchange, and have fun with. So I love, and who makes them? Are they Parpuka or are they a normal Matubo or who makes your channel beads?
They are a check bead.
So are they Matubo or?
I don't know. It all I know is that they're check. So
Yeah,
I
they
guess
don't
I would
look
have to
like
do
them
some
by any means,
research.
so. Yeah. No, I think they're super fun. Love, love, love. And then this will be recorded and everyone will be able to find it as well on our YouTube channel. And the pattern and the link for the YouTube will then be in our archive section forever. So that way everybody can go back and find it again and follow in case you have any more questions on the pattern. We can just rewatch and do it again and again.
Yes, and I will put some of these mermaid scale cabochons you can use in there too. I use that, and so did Terry.
Yeah,
So
and
I
those
have
were
some
the
different.
12mm mermaids or 14s?
These are 12. I also have them in a size 16 and a size bigger. I have different sizes of them.
Super duper.
So you can just play with them and see what you can create. And
Lisa's beaddesigns.com, right?
yes, it's in the
It's in the chat.
comments.
But if you're watching us on Facebook, I just want to make sure we got it there right too. We
Let's see if
copied
it
the
goes to
same
that.
thing and put her on Facebook.
I have
So.
mine done too, if somebody wants to take a look.
All right,
Yeah.
let me remove the spotlight here from Lisa so that we could see everybody. And so let me get you spotlighted there, Paulette.
I gotta add my.
There we go.
Oh, I like the purples.
Ooh,
Wow.
is that gorgeous?
Yes.
Blue and white.
Cushion stone. This is a cushion stone with the fuchsia AB crystal and the rose, galvanized rose, Mayuki.
Ooh,
Fun.
nice. Oh, I love the rose.
Yeah,
So,
beautiful.
white fixer beads from Lisa.
Yeah, and so with those contrasting colors, they really pop nicely together.
Yes, they do.
My granddaughter will love it. This is for Brianna. She said,
Little Brianna, the spunky one.
"Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you, Lisa."
You're
Thank
welcome.
Thank you
you.
so much. It was great.
Oh, you're
This was
welcome.
fun.
It was super
This was
duper.
really
I'm
fun.
happy so many of you finished your earring, at least one of them today. So that's
Yeah,
great.
one earring. We got one done, you know,
Yay.
and we're gonna make them independent. So, because
Oh, great idea.
we shared the color. So,
Uh-oh.
that's
Yes.
okay. We'll find it.
Oh,
And
and you made yours into a pendant too, Beth. Very nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
super. We're so excited. If anybody else finishes theirs, pop your pictures into the chat on the Facebook group, on the page, you know, where we've been sharing around the event. And then more people can see the finished objects also on Facebook. So please share pictures of your designs along there so that everybody can see. And hopefully we'll all see you on Monday, August 4th at our Edina Senior Center for our with Julia Lynn Powell, all about color, 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 color. And then August 9th is our next Let's Be Live. And so we're
And I
looking.
will bring supplies to our meeting. So,
Yeah,
Yay!
Lisa, I'm
Yes.
looking forward to getting some white ones.
Super
okay,
duper.
if they don't
Thank
sell
you.
out.
Time. Have a great
Yes.
day,
Thanks,
everybody.
Lisa.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you, Jan.
Bye.
Lying. Well, no, at that point,